So, in a nutshell, this is the summary of my book, Taking Chances. We've been misled enough as a people, so one of my main reasons for writing this book, Taking Chances, was because growing up, I could remember so many things that were portrayed to be, so to speak, cool. And in the end, instilled inside of others as well as myself demoralizing values and practices. Taking chances was an opportunity for me as the author to shed the light on some of my own character defects. In my book, my character Flawless plays and identifies as a character we commonly know as a pimp, which again in the urban community a lot of times is looked up to be cool, corrupting our youth's minds to think that it is okay to be solely relying on a woman. This is not the truth because, in all actual reality, it makes the man dependent of the woman, and what happens is they inadvertently switch roles, whereas the woman now becomes the provider, leaving the man reliant upon her. What's so cool about that? Not to mention, this woman is somebody's sister, mother, auntie, friend, or whatever. So that's one aspect that as an author I got a chance to shine a light on. Flawless, who is the main character in this story, taking chances, also has an alcoholic and drug problem. At the time, life just seemed like one big party until he faced some life threatening decisions that he has to make. His life had become unmanageable and he had hit his rock bottom. The rock bottom that I'll talk about is the only thing that saved him from his own self. Taking Chances was written while I myself, as the author, was living in an 18-month rehabilitation center for alcoholics and drug addicts. Everything that I wrote about in this book, I can directly relate to because these were the character defects that I and this character shared in common. I took my character defects and portrayed them through my character, then took it a step further and explained how the things he was exposed to coming up that were portrayed to be, so to speak, cool, all came from different character defects that had been planted in him, and the result causing him to end up making the wrong decisions. In the end, I must say that only when one can identify and admit that he has a problem can one change for the better. So, with that being said, go check out my book, Taking Chances, which is also just a fraction of information shared from my life and helped me get the message out. Only when my character rid himself of all his character defects is when he really began to represent the true meaning of his name, Flawless. Taking Chances by William Ware.